Hey guys, if you're a skinny, natty lifter and your legs look like two toothpicks holding up a glorious sculpted torso, then you're probably making the number one mistake that's sabotaging your leg gains. And trust me, it's not what you think. So rather than talking about one mistake, I actually want to talk about a few because that's just how cool I am. And this is my channel. I can do whatever I want. The number one thing I want to talk about though is not enough intensity. A lot of you guys come into your leg workouts and you like just half-ass them. You get through them, like you do the routine. You're just going through the motions. Like, yes, you'll see some gains that way. Like, yes, you'll grow a little bit that way. But if you really want to grow and you really want to get like some tree trunks for legs, then you have to make sure you are dialing in your intensity. So what does that look like? Well, if you're doing legs, you want to get pretty close to failure if you can. If you're doing something like deadlifts, you can get pretty close to failure. Like I would say 8 or 9 RPE, 8 or 9 for deadlifts, because if it gets like so close, then you just drop the weight. But if you're doing something like squats and you're trying to go really hard and make sure you're locking in your intensity, at least have a spotter or like know how to drop the weight, like how to ditch the weight in a squat rack. Because if you get too close to failure and that weight's gonna fall, you want to know either how to drop it or have a spotter behind you. In places where you can go super hard though, like where you can go to like RPE 9, RPE 10, is like on machines or like accessory exercises. So if you're not deadlifting, you're not squatting, like say you're just doing leg extensions in the machine, well there you can go like absolutely hard as you can, because if you fail, well you're just in the machine, you're not going to get hurt. So that's fine. Another thing I want to talk about is too much volume. A lot of you guys do way too much volume for your legs. Now, your legs can take a significant amount of volume, but they still do need time and like they still do need enough time and enough rest in order to recover. So as far as like sets goes, I would say aim for doing like 10 to 20 sets per muscle group for your legs like per week. So what does that look like? If you're doing squats, do like 20 sets of like, if you're trying to grow your quads, do like 20 sets of quad exercises for the week and you should be good. Same thing goes for your hamstrings. And if you're like focusing on deadlifts, that should be all right. Now, the other thing is like, if you're trying to grow nice, big, thick like legs, I would say really focus on those compound movements first. So, focus on your squat, focus on your deadlift, focus on like your RDLs, your glute bridges. Do those kinds of exercises first that are going to be responsible for like the most of the bulk and most of like the size in your legs. Then I would do like all the accessory work after, if you're still going to do accessory work. So the leg extensions, the leg curls, any type of calf work, like do all that towards the end of your workout after you've knocked out those big compound lifts. Another mistake that guys make is like not training consistently enough. Training legs like does take a lot of actual volume, and you need to like make sure your frequency is pretty tight. What I recommend is training twice a week. That's what we train here on my channel. I teach people how to train 2 times a week to get gains as natural lifters. So basically don't skip your workouts, because it is super easy for you to not get results if you do that. Another thing is ignoring progressive overload. A lot of guys just go in there, they train legs, they get a pump, but they're not actually implementing progressive overload. So implement progressive overload, make sure you're getting stronger between exercises, and that will help as well too. Another mistake that a lot of natty guys I talk to make is that they are not choosing the right exercises. So like if you're trying to grow big legs, you're trying to grow like big quads and like that big upper area of your leg, then like why are you spamming like calf raises? If you want to train calves and you want big calves, then it makes sense to train calf raises. However, if you want to grow like big quads, like you want that big front area of your leg to grow, then you need to do stuff like squats. You need to do stuff like leg press. A lot of guys don't pick the right exercises that are actually beneficial for the right muscle that they're trying to grow. And there's 2 more things I want to talk about. One of them is under eating. Your legs are responsible, like your legs are literally the biggest muscles in your body. And if you want them to grow, you need to make sure you're getting in enough calories in order for them to grow. So basically figure out your maintenance calories, then figure out what your caloric surplus is, and make sure you're eating that amount every single day, and you will start seeing growth, I promise you. And last but not least is a lot of guys I talk to who are trying to like grow their legs actually just skip leg day entirely. Like I used to do it myself. I used to do it too. Like I would work out all week and then I would be like, oh, it's leg day. Let me just skip it because it's not that fun. And that's how the first couple of years of my training went. But once I finally like started training legs and I started to actually like grow my legs, I promise you it got so fun and so addicting. And like doing squats and deadlift was my favorite part of like my entire workout routine. And it got to the point where leg day like quickly became my favorite day of my workouts. So guys, don't skip it. Leg day is worth it. You need to do them. If you absolutely hate leg day, you can do them once a week. That'll be fine too, because they grow pretty easily, to be honest. But that's it for today's video, you guys. So if you guys, I'll say one thing. If you guys are a skinny, natty guy and you're under 30 and you're trying to build drug-free muscle with just 2 workouts per week, and maybe you're looking for more like personalized tips on how to build like huge monster legs as a natty lifter, I'll say one thing. Just hop into the link in the description below. It's my IG. DM me the word natty on Instagram and I can help you out. So that's it. Peace out, you guys. See you on the next one.